Welcome back, children, once again. This is Ansu here. This time we will be seeing the first part of chapter 7, more on pivot animator. Today we will be discussing three contents. They are creating figure types, add background, edit mode, color reduction and dither mode, and perform optimization. Let's start with creating figure types. We know that built-in stick figures can be used to create animations in Pivot Animator. You can use built-in stick figures to create animations in Pivot Animator. We can also build new figures using the Figure Builder window. You can also make new stick figures of your choice using the Figure Builder window. Pivot Animator allows you to assemble different objects with the help of segments such as lines and circles. You can use different segments like lines and circles to assemble different objects in Pivot Animator. Once created, each figure type can be saved as an STK file. Once you have created a figure, you have to save it as an STK file or insert it directly into an animation. Either you have to save it as an STK file for future use or directly insert it into your current animation. Pivot Animator also has features to set up different animation sizes and speed for multiple projects. Simple facts. In Pivot Animator, you can use up to 255 segments for a single figure. In order to make a single figure, you can use up to 255 segments in Pivot Animator. To create figure types, start Pivot Animator. The Pivot Animator window appears with the default stickman. Your Pivot Animator window will always appear with the default stickman given in the figure below. Click File and click Create Figure Type. The Stick Figure Builder window appears. When you click on the File menu and click on Create Figure Type, the Stick Figure Builder window appears as below. Figure 7.1 shows the Pivot Animator window with the default stickman, and 7.2 shows the Create Figure Type option in the File menu, and Figure 7.3 shows the Stick Figure Builder window. After that, you need to click on the File menu. The File menu expands. Click the New option. Then you have to click on the New option that is shown in 7.4. Use the following controls to create a stick figure. You have to go through the following controls given below in order to create a proper stick figure. The first one is add a circle. That is to add a circle segment. It is used to add circle segment in your figure. Add a line. To add a line segment. It is used to insert a line segment into your figure. Change segment kind. To toggle between adding lines and circles. If you want to switch between lines and circles, then this is what you need to use. Change circle fill. To toggle between solid white, clear and solid circle fill. If you want to fill it with solid color, or if you want it clear, or if you want to have a solid color fill, then this is the option that you need to use. This is used to fill the circle figures in the stick figure. Then you have the duplicate. To duplicate the active segment. If you want the same part in different parts of your figure, then you have to go for the duplicate option. Change segment thickness. To change the thickness of the selected segment. It is used to change the thickness of the given selected segment. The next one is remove or restore handle. To toggle the selected segment between the dynamic state and the static state. It is similar to a switch that you have at home. The dynamic state allows the selected segment to move in an animation, and the static state prevents it from moving. The dynamic state allows the segment to move from one place to another in the animation, but the static state prevents the part from moving. If you want it to move, you have to put it into dynamic state. If you don't want it to move, you have to put it in the static state. Next is set origin joint. To convert the endpoint of a selected segment into the origin joint to which other segment branches are attached. This is used to attach branches into your figure. Split segment. To convert a single segment into two by introducing a joint. If you want to split a given segment into two, you have to introduce a joint in between. For that option, we use the split segment. Next is delete segment. To remove the selected segment. Whichever segment that you have selected, you can delete it with the X symbol. For example, you can create a stick figure man as shown in 7.5. With all the options given below, you can easily create a stick figure man in VIII Animator. After that, you need to click File and click the Add to Animation. Once you have completed making your figure, you need to go to the File menu and click Add to Animation. The figure name dialog box appears. Enter the desired figure name and click OK. When you have entered the required name that you want and click OK, the newly created figure type is added to the animation. When you are given a suitable name for your figure and pressed OK, the stick figure that you have created will be added to your animation as shown in the figure below. Adding new figure type is shown in figure 7.7. Adding backgrounds. In VIII Animator 4, you can display an image in the background of your animation. You can create an image or import existing two or more dimensional images to use as the background. You can also select more than one background image for different frames. You can display any image that you want in the background of your animation. You can either create that image for the purpose or import it from existing 2 or 3 dimensional images that you have seen. And you can have more than one background images for the frames that you set. Next we have to go through is the simple facts. You can add images of different formats such as bitmaps, JPEG, GIF and PNG to use as the background. All the picture formats are usable in VIII Animator. You can use any one of these formats to insert a picture in the background. To add a background in your animation, how can you add a background to your animation? Select the required frame, click File and Load Background. In the File menu, you have the Load Background option. The Open dialog box appears. When you click on it, you have the Open dialog box. Select the required image and click Open. And you need to select the required image and then click Open. The selected image appears in the background. When you do that, the selected image will appear in the background. The load background option is shown in figure 7.9 and the open dialog box is shown in figure 7.10. And in 7.11, the animation background is shown. Now look at the Get Smarter area. To use an image that has already been used before as a background, click the background button. From the click background to select window, click the corresponding thumbnail. If you have already used a background before in your work, it is easier to select from the click background to select option. The next one is using edit mode. In VIII Animator, edit mode allows you to reposition available figure joints while creating a figure type. It allows you to reposition your figure joints in the way that you like. This changes the length and size of the connected segments. When you reposition the available figure joints, the length and size of the connected segments always changes. When edit mode is disabled in the figure builder window, you can change the length of a single segment. You can also change the size or rotation of the stick figure. You can make big changes in your stick figure. You can also change the size or dimensions of the figure. Also, you can rotate the stick figure as per your requirements. Get smarter. To change the size of the figure, press the Ctrl key while dragging the mouse. To rotate the figure, press the Alt key while dragging the mouse. If you want to change the size of the figure, you have to press the Ctrl key and then drag the mouse. If you want to rotate the figure, you just need to use the Alt key to rotate. To enable or disable edit mode. In the stick figure builder window, click the edit menu. Click edit mode. You have to click on the edit menu. In that, click on the edit mode. When you enable it, there will be a tick option, and when you disable it, there will be no tick option. That is shown in figure 7.12 and 7.13. Using color reduction. An animated GIF can display only 256 different colors. The color reduction feature in Pivot Animator 4 can be used to improve the quality of a GIF and also reduce its file size. There are 256 different colors available in GIF. The color reduction feature in Pivot Animator always helps you to improve the quality of the GIF and also reduce its file size. You can also change the available colors manually. You can also manually change the colors of the GIF. To use the color reduction feature, create an animation of 2 or more frames. You need to create an animation in 2 or more frames. That is the first thing. Click File and click Export Animation. The Save As dialog box appears. You have to click on the Export Animation. The Save As dialog box that you see 7.16 appears. From the Save As type drop-down list, select the GIF option. You have to select the GIF option in the Save As type. Click Save. The Animated GIF option dialog box appears. Click the Advanced button. The dialog box expands to show the Advanced option. Under the Color Reduction drop-down list, click the down arrow. The drop-down list appears. And you can see the drop-down list color reduction options in 7.19. The advanced options are shown in 7.18. To perform any of the following actions, select Quantize Optimal to obtain best quality GIF with the largest file size. If you want the best quality of GIF with the largest file size, then you have to use the Quantize Optimal option in advanced selections. Select Grayscale if the animation contains no color. If you want your animation in gray color scale, then you have to go for the grayscale option. Select monochrome or two color to obtain a black and white GIF with the smallest file size. If you want a GIF with the smallest file size, you have to go for the monochrome and click OK. Using the Dither mode. The quality of a GIF may drop if you are not using many colors in the background. A simple animation with different gradients of gradually changing colors in the background leads to the appearance of bands between different colors. When you are making a GIF, it reduces the size of the file very much. When you reduce the file size, the problem is if you have a lot of colors in your background, lines will appear as shown in the figure 7.23. These lines are called color bands. You can use the dithering process in Pivot Animator to improve the appearance of the animation. However, dithering increases the size of the animation file. If you want the color bands to go, you have to use the dithering mode. When you use the dithering process, it increases the size of the animation file. To use the dither mode, from the Animated GIF options dialog box, click the Advanced button. The dialog box expands to show the Advanced option. Under the Dither mode drop-down list, click the down arrow. When you get to the Dither mode drop-down list, click the down arrow. The Dither mode options are shown in figure 7.24. The drop-down list appears. Perform any of the following actions. Click Nearest if you do not want to apply dithering. Select any of the other options to choose the corresponding algorithms for dithering. If you do not want any dithering, you have to click the nearest. Otherwise, you have to go for any one of the other options that suits you and click OK. Applying optimization feature. In Pivot Animator 4, you can reduce the file size of an animated GIF to save storage space. This is called optimization. You can reduce the file size of an animated GIF to save the storage space of your system. This is called optimization. However, the final GIF will be of low quality. When you reduce the size drastically, the final GIF will be of a very low quality. To optimize a GIF, from the Animated GIF options dialog box, click the Advanced button. The dialog box expands to show the advanced option. It shows you the advanced options that is shown on the right side. Under the optimization section, perform any of the following actions. Select the Merge Frames checkbox to merge the available pixels with the same color between the available frames. You can select the Merge Frames checkbox to merge pixels of the same color in the available frames. Or you can select the Color Palette checkbox to sort the available colors. Either you can merge the frames together, or you can go for the Color Palette checkbox to sort the available colors. This option also deletes the unused entries. It deletes the unused entries from it. Click the Crop checkbox to crop the transparent areas for the available frames. Crop option is also another option that can be used to reduce the size of the file, and click OK. By default, the optimization feature is disabled in Pivot Animator. When you open Pivot Animator, in the default case, it is always disabled. If you want it, you can always enable it. The optimization section is shown in figure 7.25. With this, we come to the end of today's presentation. Please go through these contents and understand the concept. Thank you.